If you haven't subscribed already, ring that bell to get notified when new movies are posted. Hey, Chris Young here from Homekitgeek, the channel where we try to bring you smart home videos every single week on Apple HomeKit, Madam A from Amazon, Google Home. If that's of interest to you, please consider subscribing. Today we're going to be looking at the Eve Flare, which is a new product for the North American market. It's been around a bit in Europe. This particular device I received as a review sample from Eve, so I want to say thank you to Eve for providing that to me, and just make sure that you guys are aware of where it came from if you think that influenced my opinion. Let's get into it. So the Eve Flare is not so much a new product as it is new to North America. It's actually been out for a year or two in Europe. So the Eve Flare is 25 centimeters, almost 2 pounds, 90 lumens, so not an especially bright product. It is a BLE4, I believe, battery operated. So that's a really nice feature here, is that it's actually portable. You can take it with you. You can take it outside. You can take it around the house if you want to. About 6+ hours of battery life is what it's spec'd for, lithium-ion battery. It will operate in 0 to 80% humidity, temperature range of 0 to 40 degrees Celsius, and it has an IP65 water resistance certification. So what exactly does that mean? Well, that means that you can have it outside. You can probably get it rained on. IP65 is actually rated to be able to spray it with a hose, a nozzle, but you don't want to put this in a swimming pool. You don't want to fully immerse it. Don't try that, right? So it can get wet a little bit, but it's not something that you want to like take in the bath or swimming pool with you. One of the other features that I kind of wanted to highlight, because I haven't seen this highlighted that much, is the carrying wire or hanging wire that's on here as well, which I think is a nice little feature. You could hang this up outside. You can carry it around like a lantern. Just something I wanted to point out. So let's get into the unboxing. So again, very clear, what you're getting in the box is exactly what you see on the box. We have the nice and prominent right there in the front, the Apple HomeKit logo. And looking around here, you get to see kind of action shots of the device itself. You get to see the Eve Motion. Again, this is a HomeKit-enabled app, Bluetooth. And so what it means that it's HomeKit enabled is that although Eve is definitely, in my opinion at least, one of the best, if not the best, free vendor-provided HomeKit app out there, you're free to choose whatever HomeKit app you want. Again, IP65 water resistance, wireless charging. It is 25 centimeters, 90 lumens. Again, all that stuff we already covered. Nicely written, easy to see on the box, and that works with Apple HomeKit prominently displayed. So as we open this up, you can see it's very well protected here. You've got the HomeKit code right there. Do not lose this. Without it, you're going to have an issue, right? So it's actually multiple places on the device. You've got it in a slip inside. You've got it on the box here. So looking here, this is the North American plug. As you see, this is not a USB style charger. And this is the wireless charging base. So we're just going to plug that adapter into the wireless charging base. And all you have to do is place the Eve Flare on top of it. If we look at, let me see if I can get it arranged here, the bottom of it, you see we've got that battery, those pins there. You can also see the wire for the carrying, and you got the HomeKit code. So another place, of course, you've also got the power button and mode, so you can manually change the color of the light if you so choose. So, of course, you've also got the Eve Flare instructions here. And one of the things I did want to point out, which I think is actually kind of cool, is within the instructions, not only do they have all the setup stuff, but they show you how to factory reset it as well, which is always nice when you don't have to look for that information. You've also got this happily connected. Are things going great? Right? It gives you a chance to say good things about them. Or if you're not, it gives you an immediate way of how am I going to get support? So now that we've got this thing plugged in, what we're going to do is connect the Eve Flare onto the base here. And obviously the first thing I thought, let's put it on here. Nothing happened. Nothing came on. So what I ended up having to do is to pick up the device and then manually turn that power button on. So once I push that button there, so you can see there, we'll push this here. We got the mode button, and look at that. it just comes on and starts kind of cycling through different colors here. And if I push the mode button, I can control one by one and kind of focus it into a specific color, as you see. So this is kind of a nice thing. If you're taking it outside, you don't have your phone by you, you don't have a HomePod or anything else that you can use your voice control with, it's a nice feature. So now we're going to move over to the Eve app and connect this to our HomeKit home. So you can see here that on the initial page, if you looked closely before it as it was initializing, the Eve flare is actually on the lawn there. That's the featured product. So we're just going to go into the settings, go to the top right, hit that plus button, and we're going to select the Eve flare. That's the one that we want to pair. So this is going to be relatively quick because it is a Bluetooth. It's a BLE connection. I do not have to worry about pushing my Wi-Fi settings over. Now, what you do have to worry about is making sure that this is within range of a Bluetooth device that's going to be able to control it. So that's one of the advantages of Bluetooth, is that you actually don't need to even have a Wi-Fi network. So if you wanted to take this camping with you, or you wanted to take this to a hotel room and plug it in, it doesn't need to connect to Bluetooth, right? Or to Wi-Fi, which is nice. But that does mean that you're going to have some range issues that you're going to have to deal with. That's just the nature of the technology. We can complain about it, but it's just good to know what you're getting into. You're not going to be able to put it wherever you want and have good connectivity. So it is a fairly seamless pairing process, which is what we expect from HomeKit. And you can see here, there we have the Eve flare. Color controls, all that good stuff, right? So we can change it to green. I can control it however I want here. I can also tap on the green button, and I have the ability to go into my favorites or go into the colors and kind of drag it around. So I've got that full 16 million color combination that I can pick whatever color I want and move it to a specific color. So if I'm trying to color shade match, I've got that capability with this. But again, it's only 90 lumens, so this isn't going to be a really bright light like something you would see out of a LifeX bulb, something like that. So a couple other small details I wanted to show is in the settings. The quick start guide that we were looking at before, that paper documentation, is actually included in the app. And it goes through all the same settings, how to factory reset, how to set it up, all that kind of stuff, as well as reminds you to make sure not to lose your HomeKit code. So one of the ways that we can do that is to use the HomePass app. So I'll give you guys a quick demo because it's like I'm going to do it in this video because I don't like to lose my HomeKit codes. So I'm going to make sure I have it. So I'm going to go into HomePass, add a code, choose a existing accessory. I'm going to go down here into the kitchen, which is where I put my Eve. There we go, the Eve flare. And I'm going to click on that, and really nice and easy, I can click on the little picture on the right there, scan in my HomeKit code, save code, and now I will have that code without having to worry about where did my pieces of paper go. I can back up this database, I can export it as Excel. Definitely, if you're really in the HomeKit camp, this is an application you should really consider picking up. It's gonna make you more organized. It's gonna save you trouble down the line when you go, where did I put that code? Moving back to the Eve app, one of the other small things is the transition speed. So this is very similar to the Eve light strip, which we recently reviewed. You have the ability to do a quick change, a moderate change, or a calm change, which kind of slows down the transition between colors, which for the type of product this is, I really like that. You also have the last used or default white. How do you want it to come back? So if there's a power loss, you have control over how the device is going to come back on, which no names being mentioned, Philips Hue. It took us a while to get in some other vendors. So let's take a look over at the Apple Home app to see what the experience is in the Apple app. So again, part of the reason that we use HomeKit is that everything kind of connects together. If it's a HomeKit supported application, it can support any HomeKit supported accessory. We can tie them all together using Onvis motion sensors or Xiaoyan or Akara or whoever, Philips Hue, LifeX. We can tie all this stuff together and make it work seamlessly together through the magic of Apple HomeKit. You can see here the Eve flare. Again, it is the exact same experience, and that's what's really nice about this is you don't have to really learn how to work with your bulbs, how to change the colors as you move from vendor to vendor. It's an a very consistent experience, regardless of the app that you're using, which is really, really nice. You can change the colors, you can change the brightness, temperature. All of that is supported from basically any Apple HomeKit app that you have. So what do I think about the eFlare? I really like it as a product so far. It's the one major issue that we're going to always have with Bluetooth products are that they're Bluetooth, right? There's going to be a range issue that you have to be aware of. But because this is a portable product, I'm actually okay with that. I don't mind, because what it means is I'm going to be able to take this product out with me to wherever I'm going. I've got 6 hours of battery life, and I can kind of just set it up in the park and hang out with my light, or take it to a hotel room, or whatever else. It doesn't matter at that point, because I'm not dependent on a wireless network being in place. So again, there are advantages and disadvantages to any technology. That's one of the advantages to Bluetooth, is it's a lot more available. In fact, you can even have this eFlare turned on if you've got no power in your house at all. Your iPads, your iPhones have Bluetooth, right? That's a pretty big advantage. What do you guys think? Is this a product you would consider adding to your smart home? Let me know in the video details below. If I've missed any questions, definitely put those in the video comments, and I will be more than happy to try to get those answered as quickly as I can. Subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate your support. Likes, shares, always appreciated. If you want to learn how to make your house a little smarter using Apple HomeKit, check out my Udemy class. Thanks.